Hey you guys, Happy New Year. I just wanted to check in with you and just send a hello and see how things are going in your world. Oh, excuse me. I just celebrated 6 years since I started this program. So you probably heard me tell the story before, but my coach was my big boss at the last organization that I worked at. And he approached me over 9 times, like 9 or 10 times, before I eventually said that I would give this a try. And it was January 13th, 2012. 2012? Yeah, no, 2013, excuse me, 2013 when I started. And that means I ordered in early January, and I was a January baby. And, it was kind of one of those things where I had lost weight before, I was miserable, and I had no clue how to get the weight off again. No clue. Nothing I did worked, and I was frustrated, and I was kind of at my wit's end. And I remember telling my husband that I was going to give it 1 month. It's kind of funny. So, things were different for me that very first time, and I was in that oh my gosh, I lost 9 pounds. Oh my gosh, my clothes are falling off. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, And that lasted for a while. I became a coach within 6 weeks, and I was very quickly earning a very decent income just helping my friends because people were like, "What are you doing?" And I told them. So I, looking back over it, kind of got to thinking, that wears off, right? Like, if you're new, it's a beautiful feeling. It's a lot of fun. But over time, it kind of wears off. And, the rubber hits the road. And I remember standing in the kitchen. Had been a coach for about a year. Confession, I didn't read the book. So if you've been around this whole time, bless you. You've seen me go through a lot of evolutions. But I did read the book eventually, and I remember standing in my kitchen thinking, this is it. Like, this right here is truly what I'm going to be doing for a while. And then it became maybe forever. And I didn't mean 5-in-1, and I don't mean eating Fuelings, and I don't mean anything really specific. I mean the habits of eating more frequently, eating more protein, water, stress reduction, activity. These things all play a part in a healthy lifestyle, and it's not something you just quit doing. So last week, not this week, but last week, an email went out called The Power of Four, and I can't remember what did I label it as. It was Build Your House Upon a Rock, Strong Foundations. And, it just got me to thinking that I wanted to send this here at the beginning of the year, and just, maybe as a reminder, it's good for me as a reminder too, that this program has 4 components to it. And each one of them is like 25%. So it doesn't stand on a 25% if you do one aspect of the 4 components. So I just wanted to review those really quickly. That my dog wants to join us, so she's going to stay here. That the first one in the email that's listed is the Habits of Health system. That this is an important part. It's a book. It's got a lot of good information in it. It's got information in it that I still use. I spent $5 at Kinko's, and I got mine spiral bounded so I could open it all the way up. I've got a million notes in it. If you've ever come to one of our get-togethers here locally, you've seen my book. It's become something that's really important to me, but it wasn't in the beginning. And I think that it is going to help in areas, it will help in areas of body, mind, and finances. There are parts in there that suggest that, being a health coach is something that really can be a game changer financially, but also for your own program. Your coach. So that's me. If you're getting this from me, that's me. As your coach, it's not my job to chase you down. We don't get paid to do that. We don't get paid to slap the food out of your hand or anything like that. And plus, you wouldn't want that. We're here to literally guide you and provide support. And as you know, you have options to book with me. I make my schedule available to everybody. And if there isn't a time that works, you can always text me and we can figure something out. So I also send you a weekly email. So I hope you're checking those. And you're also in a very vibrant Facebook community. So hopefully you're checking that too. That leads to the third part. So we're at 50% with the habits of health and the coach. And then the third part, getting us to 75%, is the community. So you're in a Facebook community, if you're on Facebook, and it is popping in there. So I hope you're checking a lot. There are great updates. There's recipes, there's tips, there's hacks, there's files, there's a recipe conversion chart. There's literally everything you could ever probably want in that community. But we also have our weekly webinars as well. I post about them every week. And hopefully you're either getting on live or catching the recording on those, because it's really important. How it's kind of like if you go to the gym and your personal trainer says, okay, you can only do 5 push-ups, and that's really great. I'm really proud of you for being able to do your 5 push-ups. And then you leave and you come back the next week and you do no push-ups in between. You probably will you might be able to do 5, but you might regress. You might only be able to do 4. So if you don't do anything between phone calls and between, webinars, it just doesn't really stick. At some point, it's going to click. All of it just starts clicking. And then the last part, getting us to 100%, is the eating plan. So whatever eating plan you're on, if you're on maintenance, if you're going through transition, if you're just getting started, there's all kinds of eating plans. Most people are doing the 5-in-1. It's the most effective. It is a fat-burning, muscle-sparing plan. And if you're in weight loss, that's what you're doing. And, if you're not, then, or you need a boost or, something like that, then let's reach out and let's get this figured out together. This is way too long, and I'm sorry about that, but I just wanted to remind you that these critical components exist, and they're here for you, and I hope that you'll utilize them and start looking at the program as a much bigger picture than just the eating plan. However, the eating plan is 25%. It's so simple. I have a lot of new people starting right now. Congratulations. And I've said this a few times this week. The eating plan allows you to get out of the food environment. It raises you up and out of it so that you can really start examining why you got here in the first place, what your triggers are, what your bad habits are, and it allows you to start practicing a new routine, a new response. And you've seen us say it in the group a million times. All of this is practice. All of this is practice. If you were learning an instrument, you would practice and practice and practice, and then you'd get a harder song, and then you would practice and practice and practice, and then you would get a harder song. So this doesn't end, right? It is about taking it to the next level and improving some aspect of your health. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you want to connect, respond back and I'll give you my link. And I look forward to a really, really abundant 2019, and much love to all of you. Bye.